What's up, bro? So for everybody watching, what are we up to today? And tell them a little bit about what we're doing.
Yeah, so we were in Fort Lauderdale, Florida last week, Wednesday through Saturday. We had a great time. Weather was beautiful. We went down there to have fun and learn a little bit about what's going on in the industry.
Absolutely. Met a lot of great people. Got to meet Dave Mims, who was putting on the conference. I thought the conference went really well. We didn't know what to expect. It was the first year for this, but anytime you're talking laundromats, we want to be there as the Williford Brothers and just as the owners of the Wash House Laundromats. And it was a lot of fun. What we're doing today now is we're going to do a voiceover with Chris, our media guy, to just go over kind of what we experienced there. He put together a great clip, so we look forward to recording that now. And so let's go ahead and hit play on that, and we'll record a voiceover for a video we're going to be putting out. Chris worked really hard, put a bunch of footage together from the airport all the way to getting back into RDU. It's always good to get away, but it's fun to come back. Wow, what a conference, what a time we had in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yes, it was beautiful, man.
It was beautiful. We went down there, got invited by Dave Mims, the host of the event. It was called the Laundromat Millionaire Conference, and man, it was fun to meet a lot of different laundromat owners. I was blown away by the people that were there, but we started here, flew out of RDU.
Yes.
We're based in the Triangle. And
Raleigh's easy to get in and out of. It's really nice.
We fly Southwest, and
lots of points on Southwest.
Yeah, we do.
Terminal 1, baby.
Terminal 1 in Raleigh's kind of just for Southwest customers. But flying in, the weather was beautiful. It's always good to see the ocean, and then getting to meet some laundry friends is just icing on the cake and talk laundromats.
Yeah, we did. We spent 2 full days in presentations. Man, I think the quality of presenters was really good. I was surprised. I didn't quite know what to expect or who to expect to hear from. And man, they touched on a lot of different topics. I was also surprised by the number of new store owners or single store owners or people interested in getting the laundry industry. How many of those people were there? So yeah, over the 3 days, we met a lot of those folks. I almost lost my voice. I know you did too. It took some hot tea to talk about all that we had done. And
so we flew our guy Chris in to shoot some podcasts towards the end of ours, and what you're seeing here is his room. So we were able to upgrade him to a suite.
We got a pimped out room.
We got him a pimped out room. I think he was pumped about it, and we actually were able to end up setting up and recording just outside on the balcony, which overlooked the water, and it was really cool. Turned out great, and I think he had a good time. He came in towards the tail end of our event on Friday, and we got to hang out and have a good time. Right here,
Uncle
Tony and Lee and I this is Tony you're seeing here. We had a good day a few years back. We went to a PGA golf event, which was awesome. So Tony holds a special place in our heart. He works for Laundry Owners Warehouse. Todd, you can see there, he was the event host, and he was putting on the grand finale event during this right here. He put me to work during this, and that's what he's doing there. But we had a really good time. Lee touched on the speakers. Man, there were a lot of good speakers. I got a lot out of the people who weren't really laundry specific. Shout out to Brian Wallace. You see there, Lee's talking to. Brian Wallace is the CEO, president of the Coin Laundry Association. Was good to see him there. So yeah, it was just good to be there with so many different laundry people. There's some cool stories about Ubers that were picked up and taken to the wrong location. But Todd, as always, just goes above and beyond. He handed me I think his credit card and said, go pick up the slingshots. And me being a country boy, I thought he meant slingshot, like you throw a rock with, or maybe we were going to catapult, water balloons or something. But no, a slingshot is one of those cars that goes really fast in open air. So that was cool. Looks like you got to hang out on the boats a little bit.
Yeah, it was beautiful down there on the water at this place where we had our event on that Friday night. It was really nice.
Party like 125 people, and got there by golf cart as well as the slingshots, and I think it went really good. You know, Todd said they pulled it off that afternoon. It
Pulled it off. People had fun. There was plenty of food and booze. So
there goes Lee hugging our parts guys. So we get all our parts from Laundry Owner's Warehouse because Orrin is just first class.
He's on top of it.
Goes above and beyond to make sure your parts are proper.
He knows his stuff.
He does know his stuff.
So
all my guys have a relationship with Orrin. We did not partake in all of this. I think they ordered.
That's what was left over.
It's a little bit Todd going above and beyond, but wonderful time. Yeah. I did get to meet John O'Brien there, who's one of the partners with Laundry Owner's Warehouse. And
his wife, she was really nice. Got to talk to her.
Absolutely. They're moving to North Carolina, which was cool to hear.
For 49% of the year, they said. They keep their low
tax status. But the evenings were even beautiful, you can see here. So it was jam-packed. Tell us about what you're seeing.
The magician was absolutely amazing. He said that he had been homeless for 2.5 years and traveled around learning magic, doing magic, and now he's in South Florida and he does his thing. It was unbelievable. I was completely amazed how my card, which I had, somehow ended up in the entire deck.
And I think
right side up.
This was his party. It just adds to the party. You know, Todd Finner wouldn't expect anything less. Goes above and beyond. There's a magician at the party. I mean, how cool is that? Yeah. But this place was really cool. I got cornered up a ton, and like Lee said, we were hoarse. I feel like you know, I was just talking and talking. These events are cool, but really, what allows us to have a position and a platform at these events is because we do laundromats. You know, I'm able to answer those questions by a lot of the young men we met, and just tell them about how it goes. This couple here came up to me from Tennessee, and they had been following social media stuff we do, so it was good to talk to them and get to, you know, engage with them. And throughout 2020 and beyond, during COVID, we weren't able to get together. So this was big because this was one of the first time laundromat owners were really able to get together.
Yep.
These forums can really take the human element out of it, but when you get with people, you find out you have a lot more in common.
Oh man, it's so much better than some sort of remote event.
These young men right here are from Miami. He told me he worked for a laundromat owner and really studied the manager, and ended up now he has 2 laundromats. So it was cool to meet so many great people.
Yeah, I think that's one of the neat things is where we are right now. There is a lot of interest amongst younger people, you know, 25 to 35, I'd say, who are interested in getting into this industry, because we definitely need some young blood. And a lot of them, are using events like this to go in and learn, soak up as much knowledge and insight as they can, and hopefully invest in a laundromat. Yeah. Run it with a fresh perspective, incorporate some technology like we've been able to do, and making friends with those people who are, I mean, literally scattered throughout the country. I mean, from Kansas to Manhattan down to South Florida. Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
It was cool. I just saw, we also had several marketing people there, and probably years ago there would never be a marketing person at a laundromat event. But I just saw Brittany Centers with Center Social. She runs social media for dozens of laundromats and has helped us as owners take this from a commodity and just machines to actually a business. And branding is so important now. It's been important for us for a really long time, and I think that's one of the things that helped us get to where we are at with our laundromat brand. And Dennis Diaz with Spinner, you know, they were one of the big. So let's talk about the Sense who we saw there. Some of the software companies.
Yep. Alex, Gilly, all those folks, man, they were pretty impressive.
That's where we threw Todd in the water. Kind of the grand finale of the whole event. You can see me pumped up dancing. Everybody, there was like 100 and some people up on the balcony watching this. But then I had to beat Lee in a race.
Well, but you didn't. Just remember, when you're at the starting line, you've got to pay attention to the green light.
Yeah, but this was so much fun. Those slingshots, Josh with us.
Right there.
Yeah, he got me. I was looking down. That was the longest red light ever.
It was a long red light.
It took forever.
But I got, I think, up to about 73. and I had to back it down.
In about a 50-yard stretch.
Yes,
too.
in a 35-mile-an-hour zone.
Yeah, the W where the event was held was just, I mean, it was above and beyond. The infrastructure is great, but the people there, I mean, the service, from the food to the breakfast to the, concierge to the, event staff. I mean, everything was just top of the line.
It was. Everybody, I think, was there to serve towards the purpose of everybody having a great time.
Yeah. And Chris came in, you can see he got his set up. He was pumped about his room. He was sending some pictures to us while we were still in the conference as he was setting up, and these were some of the pictures we were getting. Then we had our first guest.
We did.
Who was our first
broke
guest?
The mold. Our first guest was the Bishop of Barbecue, the one and only Paul Pettiford.
Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Yes.
Paul Pettiford. We can't wait
Great
to release these episodes with our first guest. Paul's question that he answered was, how do we share Jesus in our community through our business and just our life in general, which is always inspires me. He doesn't pass up moments to pour into the lives of his community.
Yes. He serves such a great purpose, and I think his business is part of his ministry, and
For
so
sure.
that is the overarching theme of his life is ministering to others and serving in just such tangible ways.
And this is Akeem. So Akeem paid for
Bogle.
my admission to go. Meeting Akeem was worth $1 million to me. This episode, I pray and hope, is the #1 episode we ever have because his story is just so inspiring and encouraging. He's an immigrant from Jamaica. His grandma sent him here to the U.S. He saw opportunity, and he took advantage of that at 16 years old. Today, he's 26. We invited him on the podcast after I had a conversation with him at dinner. He came to the Laundromat conference. I think he's building his first laundromat. But he's been extremely successful. Started with Victoria's Secret and moved his way up from stocking shelves
to the best sales guy in the region.
To the #1 sales guy in the region for Victoria's Secret. And then the Lord blessed him with other opportunities. Now he's one of the top salesmen in the car industry in Miami, Florida, which is, if you're in the top in Miami, you're
selling a lot of really expensive cars.
Yeah. And next we had on my man Pat Zingarello from Connecticut. Pasquale is in sales as well, and he's just looking to get into the laundromat business.
Yeah. He should be closing on his store sometime soon, shouldn't he?
Yep.
Yeah,
well,
his first store.
It's very dynamic. We've learned a lot through his, and but it's been fun working with him. He's learned a lot throughout the process. And then we had on Jordan Berry with the Laundromat Resource Podcast. So Jordan's done a lot in connecting our industry. He's brought on a lot of people. He's connected a lot of people with his forums and his platform. He owns 2 stores, but really has a great story about, he made some mistakes and ultimately wants to help people avoid those mistakes.
Yes.
And he's
got
created
such a big heart.
He's created a niche in our industry with his Laundromat Resource platform. He's got forums and different things, but it was fun. Then you and I kind of just enjoyed spending some time together with our last episode on why is networking important, because it was fresh on our mind, but you'll have to watch the episode to get it all, but networking is important because people are important and relationships are important.
Yes.
I couldn't find Lee the whole time. We didn't talk the whole event because somebody had him
I think we
cornered
sat
up.
down at one meal together. I think we had one meal together at the same table.
Yeah. But
the other
I
times,
was cornered up a lot. He was cornered up.
talking.
At one time I looked and I had a line coming and I felt important. It was
like a receiving line.
It was so cool though. So many
humbling.
different,
oh my goodness.
so many different people. I can still jump over his head.
You can.
But then the sad time came, but it's also a good time because we were ready to get back to our families.
Yes, man. About that second day, I start missing my wife
The one
and kids.
mistake we made is we didn't bring our wives and kids. So next time we've got to do that. So this is on record.
Yeah.
But we got a big Uber to get us back. The Escalade
to Miami because our flight from Fort Lauderdale had been
we were
delayed.
We were sitting at lunch and we're like, we got to get back. And my wife texts me, your flight got delayed. And I'm like, guys, we got to look. Whatever it costs, we got to get back.
Chris had the great idea. We're half an hour from Miami.
So Chris looked and found us a flight, Delta out of Miami.
Yeah.
You can see the good Lord kind of watched us
bringing us back into the
RDU. It's always fun to get away, but man, it's good good coming back home and seeing that Research Triangle Park sign.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
Yep. Well, stay tuned. We got more coming.
We got more coming. A lot of ideas. We look forward to hearing from you guys. You know, give us what you want, and we're going to try to do it. We still work actively in all of our businesses, so this is something that's a passion project right now, and we're just grateful for everyone listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, y'all.
Recap of a great event.